To
it's
be fair,
it's wild what
like
he's been doing this whole time to like try and make the fights work. Like doing that,
yeah,
going against
he's done
everyone.
some crazy business moves. To
Yeah,
be fair, like Dana, he's a good businessman. Like
yeah,
if anything, like he's
yeah,
brought the UFC like from where it was to the point where it's almost kind of commercialized now. Like
yeah. It's true.
like not gonna like I wasn't a fan of the UFC at the early
Before,
stages. It's only like
yeah, I remember. I was like, come
so
on,
yeah,
Dixon.
yeah. Yeah, well, I
Like
mean,
that.
like
That
you
was
know how
Chuck Liddell
like
days, eh?
to be fair, early UFC, like they
Yeah,
all look like street fighters. Like if you see
yeah.
like actual like footage of that, like the show was like it was great for the time.
But
But
wasn't
what we're
good
seeing
production.
now is like
Yeah,
it's complete elite level fighting. You're seeing like
yeah,
fighters
I
that
get,
like they've got all the experience from like
yeah,
from all these like street brawls that they had with Ross Gracie and Shamrock and
yeah,
all that stuff,
yeah,
to now you're seeing like the new generation of like Anastasia,
yeah,
people fighting, like they're taking in all this knowledge and
yeah,
actually like applying it in a ring in a 5 minute round, like it's
yeah. I
crazy.
get you. So
Like the striking now, it's become like
it's
UFC,
much
like it's much more like it's much
top
more like high
notch.
level. Yeah,
Yeah.
it makes me worry for people like Cerrone. Like he's had
What?
like
Don't
Cerrone,
throw it.
Donald Cerrone. Like he's oh
Okay.
my god,
Yeah.
like
Okay.
his record at
Yeah.
the moment it's not the best.
It's,
Like
yeah, I've
it's
been checked it actually for a while.
it's just
It
like
can't be good.
he's had like it's had like a long he's had like about 3 losers so far. Like he's had a
Yeah,
bad streak so far. Like
I think so. Yeah, because he lost against Tony Ferguson, didn't he? Before the
yeah, he
qualifying
lost.
happened. I
Yeah.
think it was that, and then he got maybe I'm not sure if he won, but he lost. Yeah, he lost
It's just,
quite the big fights. He lost
yeah,
recently.
and not to
Yeah.
mention it's just the way he lost. It's not like
Oh
it's not just like losing
yeah.
in the third round or something, or like losing when
Yeah.
you put up a good fight. These
Yeah.
guys are literally just like it's first round stoppages, man. Like it's
Yeah.
not really of a
Yeah.
5 the night bonus for like
Yeah.
for some
It's just
stuff. It's not
just a
good luck.
bad performance, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
You're losing badly, really badly.
Glad. Yeah.
That is
It's
something
just
like you really need. The Connor fight with him and Cerrone,
yeah.
that was like the worst I've
I
ever
just
like. It looked like
what I think.
he didn't put his heart into it, like
That's the
at
thing.
all.
I don't know.
Like no, not at all. Like
Yeah.
it was crazy. Like it's
Yeah.
to see that, because he's obviously had he's had like really big moments in
Yeah.
like his career.
Yeah.
He's put in the work to get to where he is now.
Yeah.
But it's just like
That's
what's happening now is just like I said with the new generations of fighters, they just
yeah.
it's hard to compete now.
That's the thing because like what you said in that interview he had with I think it was Brett Kamala recently. He was basically saying how 2 days before the fight he didn't want to be there. Like for some reason his body wasn't clicking in. He saw it. He was like, "Why am I fighting?" He just when you prepare for something when you get there, you just have no enthusiastic to do it. You just for some reason it's just cold at night. And also, like people have it like, when musicians or like, when that fighters happen. So apparently, yeah, he didn't want to be there at all. Like he said, so he got into the ring.
It
He
showed.
felt not like
Showed.
himself. Yeah, and then
Yeah, it
that's
showed.
probably
But
how he lost so quick. It
like
just
it just makes me think though, like because I also saw
yeah,
a different like interview like just people like commentating about it because I wanted to see like because to me that
yeah,
just kind of sounds like you're getting ready for retirement in my opinion. Like it
yeah.
just
That's what
sounds
it
like
is. Yeah,
you know what I mean. It
yeah.
sounds like because when I watched that interview, he's even that interview he didn't seem like the best.
Oh,
He didn't.
you saw the interview there, the one with
Yeah,
the
yeah.
yeah.
The one he did on it was like some kind of like FaceTime thingy like
Yeah.
but
Oh,
it was kind of weird to watch but like because I watched Chael Sonnen also commented on it
oh,
saying stuff
yeah. So yeah,
other people like this kind of feeling of not having your heart into it like that's just uncertainty that's like
yeah,
common in
yeah.
every fight. Like
Every
it's
fight you
just
do,
depending. It's just every fighter goes through
yeah,
that, and
yeah,
then it's just the outcome. So if he had won that fight, he would have been like, "Yeah, I wasn't sure, but like,
yeah.
it doesn't matter.
I
I
fought
won."
through.
Like
Yeah.
I fought through it, but just because he lost, he's like, "Yeah, I wasn't really in it.
Doesn't
That's why I lost." Like, I feel
yeah,
like if he's like, he put it up beautifully. Like Shelly's like, "Oh, he needs to look through his record and realize how many times has he felt like that." And in my
okay, yeah,
opinion, to build up on that idea, it's like if it seems like
yeah,
it's something that he feels too often in terms of his fights,
yeah,
it's maybe fighting isn't for him anymore.
For
Maybe
you, yeah, maybe he's run
he's
out.
lost the joy. Yeah,
Yeah,
he's lost the
maybe.
joy from it.
I feel like
Like
yes, I feel like his time's up in it. I think
yeah,
it's good, but I don't think he's ever going to be to get to like the top. I think that's beyond him now. But I
mm,
do feel like he them ones he physically can fight, but whether he should fight still, that's the question, I guess. Because
yeah, definitely.
that's the thing. Because he's not
First round
rubbish.
stoppages, that's not good.
I know.
You know,
Yeah,
just the way he's
yeah,
like being
being
TKO'd.
up.
It's yeah,
Yeah,
it's not a good look. You know,
yeah,
like
and the big stages as well. Like,
yeah,
it was,
really big. You know,
yeah,
if I like just being a fan there, imagine paying
yeah.
for it and then seeing like for a hyped fight, and then you go down
Going
to like
there.
the first round
Oh
stoppage like
nah,
30 seconds
isn't it?
or 40 seconds
Especially
into a fight, and you're like,
if you're his fan as well. That's the thing.
mm,
And because he said that as well, it made me I thought about it then maybe like a press conference. I thought he just when you fires are there, but they just look like they're irritated. They're just annoyed. But I thought I was irritated the fact that he don't want to speak to people who want to fight. But it may be like
mm,
in his head thinking like, why am I here? Because he wasn't as hyper or like enthusiastic as he normally is come from the weigh-ins. He was like quiet and just there smiling. So I thought maybe that actually be a reason why as well. But that's nuts though. That's
yeah, I feel
yeah,
like that's more of an excuse though, isn't it? Like it's
yeah.
kind of like the whole like, oh, my costume was too heavy, like that kind of
Do you
thing.
reckon?
You know?
Do you reckon that's what it is?
Yeah. Like I think it is.
Yeah,
I think he's good. He's a
yeah,
guy who can hold his own.
yeah.
Hold his own maybe against like some fighters, but
Okay.
to compete on the level that that he is regarded to as now,
Yeah.
he shouldn't be competing on. Like,
Mm-mm.
if he's like people regard him as like some kind of like like he's great in his
Yeah.
prime.
Yeah.
I'm just saying he's past his prime.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
like
His time's going. Yeah.
yeah, his time is gone. He may he
Yeah.
may have got done some good fights,
Yeah.
but that was when he was much younger. Like with the talent
Yeah.
that's coming into the UFC now, like
Yeah.
you're seeing things that you can barely see. Like Gaethje is
Mm.
like Gaethje is amazing. Like like someone
Oh.
that's like who first entered the UFC just kind of like
Oh,
dominated.
okay.
Like
Who
went
did?
on that mass Gaethje. Like
Oh, Gaethje.
someone
Oh,
like
yeah.
Gaethje, yeah, like just
Yeah.
like go through like a whole like how many win streak? Like it just
I
seemed
think.
unstoppable. Like
Yeah.
yeah,
I can't
it
remember what it
was mad.
was. Yeah. I
He
think what it
came.
was. Did he win? Did he win? Did he win? What's it called? He win the first one. I think. I think he lose the first one to. I think it was the first one to Eddie Alvarez, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not too
Oh,
sure. Actually, no, it was actually he beat Michael
well,
Johnson. That was
so
the
you beat
first one.
Michael Jackson, yeah. You beat
Yeah.
Michael. You finished Michael
And then
Johnson, yeah.
yeah. Let me
And
just get it
then
up actually.
yeah, I know Poirier he lost too, but by then
Poet.
he
Oh
already
yeah.
he
Had a
already
quick
like had
win streak.
a record, yeah,
Yeah.
record.
I think that by then he wasn't called.
Him and Poirier
I
was a
forgot his
good
name.
fight. Like
Yeah.
him and Poirier was a really good fight. Like
That was a
uh,
burner.
it was great. It was great. Like and the thing
He
about Gaethje, he's a one-trick pony, though, don't you think? Like
yeah.
he's
He does. That's all he knows.
yeah.
Yeah.
All those fights.
To bang, to
Um,
always bang, and then to
it's gonna
keep
be
on
like it's
throwing
gonna
it.
be interesting in seeing with Tony. Like it's
Yeah. That's the.
because it's gonna be him fighting Tony's fight because Tony
Yeah.
fights
He
loves
does
that kind
the.
of fight. He loves it.
Yeah.
When people
Yeah.
just kind of like walk forward into his punches. Just
And punch
elbows.
constantly.
Yeah,
Just walk
he
forward.
has like
That's what happened
yeah,
to Gaethje. He walks forward and gets sliced up.
yeah, yeah.
What do you think then? Let's go to the main event then. So what do you think when you heard that
Well,
when you heard that what's the word that main event got called because Khabib what do you think when Khabib couldn't make it first? What was the first thing you thought?
yeah. To be fair, I wasn't surprised. Like
Or
just because if it been cancelled so many times and then like a pandemic
yeah,
hits, like when this
yeah, I
got billed
get you.
again,
Yeah,
I just feel like it just seems like this fight was just probably just not going
nothing
to happen. Yeah,
happened. Yeah,
yeah.
I
Even if
get
it
you.
got
Yeah.
billed, if it got put on the card again, I
You
wouldn't
don't
be
think?
surprised.
Oh
Like probably an
yeah.
alien invasion will stop it from happening. Like
Oh,
the
the
yeah,
world will
like
freeze or something.
yeah, there's
That's the
something
thing.
will go wrong. Like
Yeah.
it's the stuff that happens, like it's completely understandable why
Oh,
they can't do
yeah.
it.
Mm,
It's not like either one wants to back out of it. It's just
yeah.
like yeah,
It makes
circumstances
sense
mean that
both ways.
it
Yeah,
makes
I
them
don't
have to
know.
do it.
So I guess through that we get the Ferguson fight as well and Gaethje fight. I guess
Yeah.
we can't
We
complain
can't
too much.
complain.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we've still got a good one coming up.
Yeah,
That's the
yeah.
thing. But
Ferguson versus Khabib would have been a great fight to watch.
much better, yeah.
But Gaethje is also a really good
Yeah.
fight.
It would be.
Not gonna lie, I feel like Gaethje is he's gonna be a good fight for Khabib, even though because he's got like a chin of steel, you know.
Okay.
Not Khabib, sorry, for
For
Tony.
Ferguson.
It's
Yeah.
for Ferguson, yeah. Not Khabib. Khabib will
Yeah.
obviously maul
Yeah,
him. Yeah,
so what do you think? Yeah.
Khabib will like destroy Gaethje.
Yeah.
But
If he, yeah.
no, but him and Tony would be a great fight. I think
Yeah.
Tony has a lot more like tools in his arsenal to deal with someone
From
Gaethje.
Gaethje. Yeah.
He's got way more tools.
Yeah.
You know, like he's got like submissions. You know,
Yeah.
like the knees and the elbows for one. It's gonna be a
To get him
massive
down.
like
So
yeah, like
you
massive
reckon he
thing.
got him then? You reckon Tony
I
got
reckon
him?
I reckon Tony will probably, but the only thing is that Gaethje has over Tony is probably his endurance. But like
Really?
Tony,
You reckon Tony's got mad endurance though?
yeah,
Tony,
that's true.
what have you ever seen?
All his fights
Yeah.
are just like mainly bloody, aren't they? Like
Yeah.
Tony's
And he
fights,
got mad. He got mad endurance. I've never seen him tie down ever. I don't think I have.
Yeah,
Even
you're right, actually. Yeah. But
yeah.
but like Gaethje does have an iron chin though. He's survived.
Yeah.
He takes
Does he
punishment.
though?
Like, that's what I mean.
He's got iron chin, and then afterwards, I think I'm pretty sure one time his chin gave up on him one time. I think it was
Yeah.
Poirier fight.
Poirier fight. Yeah.
So he got iron chin, but I don't know how long the iron it can last with the onslaught and everything.
True.
That's the thing. I
Yeah,
feel like
true.
I'm saying with you. I feel like Tony will beat him, but I reckon
Tony's definitely got his number. It'll be tough.
Yeah. I think it'll be a knockout. Not knockout. I think it's a TKO. I think you elbow him up, you get pro bloody and everything to a point that way he can't actually can't respond back, and the doctor stops it. That's what I think. I don't think it's going any further than that.
I think the same. To be fair, like I think Tony's definitely going to do a lot of damage to Poirier. And Poirier is the type of guy who'll take a lot of damage. He's going to take it.
Like, bring it on.
Bring it on. He's the type of guy to take it, you know. And like, and Tony's going to dish it out. And it's going to be a TKO. I think it's going to be a stoppage. Yeah, like.
What round do you reckon?
I reckon by like Gaethje can go on for long, but depends on how much you can put up to take Tony's punishment. And it's like I reckon probably like about third round. We'll start to see some wobbles and stuns. So you know what I mean?
Some blood.
Yeah, like ice skates. Like,
I think so. Yeah. I reckon
we'll see blood in like round one.
Regardless.
I reckon we'll see blood with Tony. Like
Tony.
I reckon like Tony's gonna open up Gaethje in round
nowhere.
one. Like nowhere. Like it's gonna happen so quick. Like round one, Gaethje's gonna be open. When by the end of round two, middle of round two, we start seeing some stuns and wobbles. By round three, like
he'll be done. Yeah,
that's my prediction. What's yours? Like,
yeah, I reckon round four. I reckon Gaethje will be hard to put out. I think it'd be an easy night. I think Tony will be winning always, but like Gaethje will catch maybe one or two punches. But I don't think it'd be easy for him to put him away because Gaethje's got a big head, just a meathead. So the more you hit him, he's just gonna be there and keep coming. But I reckon fourth round, slowly knock him down and like a TKO type of thing, a ref stoppage. And then hopefully, if that goes to plan, we get to see Tony and Khabib. If that's happens,
that's the dream. Yeah, that is the dream.
Hopefully, no Dana.
What do you think about Gaethje's kicks though and stuff like? Do you reckon they'll play a factor?
Has he got good kicks? I don't think he had.
No, not really, but like he likes to mix it up. To be fair, like, sometimes like he punishes the legs or like goes up like.
So you got maybe I don't think about the kicks like I don't really thought about it, but I don't think I make much of a difference. I feel like Ferguson's machine, man. This guy is literally like a Terminator. Whatever you do, whatever you bring to him, he's gonna come forward and you come attacking. And then slow by slow, he's gonna push you down and and nothing you could do. I don't think there's anything you can do about it.
Mm.
I don't think.
I think that the only way you can really beat
Yeah.
Ferguson is like, you'd either it's hard because it's just the fact that Ferguson's so predictable. You can't
Oh
really
yeah.
tell. You
Which way it's
tell
gonna go?
which way it's gonna do. You
Yeah.
can't and it's even
Yeah.
in stuff like in a Pettis fight as well. Like
Mm.
it's, like when he got stunned, like normal people's
Yeah.
reactions, it's just like to shut up.
To cover up. Yeah.
This guy rolls away. Like what? Yeah.
The grand always. Yeah.
Yeah, like imagine how like baffling that must be to be a fighter.
Yeah.
Like you stunned him
And trying to
and
get your
you still, bro.
bearings.
Yeah, and like you just end up losing him like in some weird unorthodox way.
Yeah.
Like it's that's the thing. Like he's unpredictable, too
Yeah.
unpredictable to
It's
know
tough to
where he's coming
know.
from.
Yeah, I feel like that's the thing. I feel like it'll be a good fight for sure. I feel like he'll get a nod. I feel like either him by TKO 4th round, or he win the decision. I don't know if Gaethje doesn't get him out anytime in the beginning rounds. I don't see like a way for him to win this fight. I don't think no one's putting him as a winner of this fight either. It'd be a big upset.
No, I don't think so. If you put money on Gaethje, you'd stand to win for a lot. If you
win cheddar.
You win a lot. Yeah. But I don't know. Like I feel like I think it'd even be towards. I think you're right in somewhat be the 4th round. But like the thing is like Tony. Like the only way Tony would definitely win on the judges' scorecards. Just because of the types of moves he throws, how active he is. He's so active and busy. But, the only way Gaethje could actually get a win in this match is if he knocks Tony out. I reckon.
Yeah.
Like, he has to knock him out.
Which is the chances?
So and that's very slim. Yeah, nobody is. Like oh, it's funny. Like imagine going into. Have you ever thought? Imagine going into a fight knowing that the odds are stacked against you. Like like
I feel like it's tough. I feel like
it's a brave thing. It's a brave thing to do, but it's tough.
It could go well. I feel like that will motivate you. Like I feel like that could motivate you from the start, all up until when you start fighting. And if you start losing, it depends on the person. Some people, your motivation may go down so fast. Because now it's like you're motivated, and then reality hits. And you realize maybe everyone's right. And so you're in the fight. Well, if you're losing the fight, you could play in your mind and constantly. So I guess it's maybe.
When you're losing bad. It's not like any other sport. So it's like losing down on points or something. Like you're getting fucked up.
You're getting
tapped.
Submitted. You're in pain. Basically. You're always in pain.
You're always in pain. And those kind of things really play on your mind. It really gets into like. Because it plays like a really good like mental your psyche like it's going back to the Cerrone thing it's like that kind of feeling of being able to actually go into a fight regardless, knowing that you don't have you may lose. It's a good chance you're gonna lose. It's a very brave thing to do. It's weird. After him saying that he had no thingy, you'd think he'd get like a lot of shit for it, but like everyone's just kind of left him alone.
Yeah, people loved him. I guess they love the realness of him. I guess it's like I guess because I think they know that he didn't come just for a paycheck. He didn't come. He knew although he didn't feel like to be there, but he still tried his best. I guess. I know this time he wasn't.
40 seconds of his best.
That showed, didn't it?
It's funny. Like in that interview when he talks about the entire 40 seconds, he's like, he got me from his hip, like his shoulder. Like, I didn't even know what. I couldn't tell what was going on from the start.
I think you can't. I feel bad for him. They can't part him too much, but he lost that. I don't think he. He admitted that's the thing. Most people won't do it. I think people. I guess it's some relief for him to admit it, which is funny because now he's actually fighting this card as well. He's fighting Pettis in this card, which is. What do you think? How do you think he respond to this one?
In my opinion, right, Cerrone has to win this Pettis fight.
Otherwise,
he has to win. He has to win. Otherwise, like I said, like I'm not like calling for this guy's retirement or anything, but like, why is
putting
he
the coffin
there?
in him.
Like, yeah, like, but why is Dana?
No.
Like,
The
why is Dana like letting this guy fight? Like if he especially if he goes out in the first round again, in under
true.
a minute, because
Yeah.
he's a bit of a waste of money at this point. Like, are
Yeah.
you just paying this guy like how many thousands
Well, he
just for a
brings it
minute?
in. He
Yeah,
brings
like,
him in. He brings the views in. That's the thing, though. I get you, but to be fair, it's the thing about him. He wins most of his fights. So listen, until it comes to the main stage, that's the thing. So he can beat. I reckon he can beat 70% of the lightweight division. It's just that the top 30% he can't win. So is it now? It's like because he beats more people than he loses. It's like he gets his place in the UFC. You see what I mean?
yeah,
So it's like
true.
yeah. It's just that.
Yeah, but then again, it's like hanging on, isn't
Yeah,
it?
that's the
Like,
thing. Yeah.
like it's like that. It's like Chael Sonnen's career too.
Oh yeah.
It's like,
You hang out for
like,
what?
yeah, that, like, yeah, it's funny. Like, I feel like it just shows. Like, do you think after that showing, Connor's like,
Yeah.
like on top form?
I think.
You
Yeah.
reckon he's like
Connor.
top? Yeah. Do you reckon he's back basically?
I think he's back. I think he's I don't think he beat Khabib though. I don't think he beat Tony, but I think he dedicated himself. So I feel like he's
You don't think he'll beat Tony?
Nah, you think he beat Tony? You probably beat Tony for time. You probably beat Khabib for time as well. I would have 2 years ago. You like Conor though. He just majestic and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, he sells it. He can sell it. To be fair, though, to be fair, standing up, Conor had a clear advantage. Like, but you're right. Like on the ground, nobody can beat him on the ground. But like in terms of Tony and Conor though, that's an interesting fight. I think it'll be an interesting fight. Like I'm not like it, it's quite hard to say who would win at this point. Like I need to see like what Tony's like in this current fight, like now.
Oh yeah.
But,
how can you doubt Tony? There's nothing to doubt on Tony. There's nothing.
There's nothing. Yeah, Tony's performed. Like there's no doubt. It's more like if Conor is strong enough to be like in terms of his power, because like Cerrone's not really a good showing. Like that showing wasn't really a good showing of like his in terms of his skill. It just showed he has like a high outburst at the start, and that's old Conor. That's old Conor. If he's done anything else to improve on things like his endurance, being able to last like longer in the fight, being able to improve things like I don't know his conditioning or something. He could have a chance. There's a chance that he could do something because he already has the power behind him. His hands aren't. He's not giving out love taps out there. He punches hard.
He's strong it out.
Yeah. So like it depends on a lot, and his kicks as well are quite deadly. His kicks are really really weird.
Could harm someone. Yeah.
He's a good kicker. Yeah, he's a good kicker.
It's weird. Like, I don't know what I would say. I feel like I don't feel like Tony would beat Conor. I do feel like if anything could be Tony beats Khabib, but Conor beats Tony. So I feel like they both have their weaknesses. So I don't. I feel like I was a big Khabib guy as well, but I feel like Tony, just from everything he's done, I feel like he's number one. Like in the end of when it all said and done, obviously if he beats Gaethje first, because he has to be got a real threat there. But if he beats Gaethje and then Khabib, I think he's number one already without a belt. That's why I feel like he'll beat Conor and everyone in the division. I think he'll wipe him out. But
yeah, definitely right. Like I feel like with the way Tony has performed, like there's no reason to actually like doubt like any reason. Yeah, anything. He's got really good like submissions. Like it's not like he doesn't know what he's doing on the floor.
Yeah,
he's very good. He's a very good like talented fighter. Like and it's in terms of like Conor though, like Conor has to show his improvement. Like he has to show his element because even his weaknesses were so very clear at the start, even at the beginning. But it's just like if anybody could have could endure it. Like
Yeah.
When Conor like
in Cerrone fight.
No. not in a Serenity fight, like before the Serenity fight, before like he became the champion,
yeah,
on
I
his
get
way
you,
to
yeah.
becoming champion.
Yeah,
His
yeah, I
weakness was
get you.
so clear, it's just that nobody could actually last long enough to exploit it.
He's
You know what I mean?
I see what you mean.
Yeah, and like,
Yeah,
but now if now that he's back and he's had some time to reflect,
yeah,
I guess the question people should be asking is like, has he improved on his weaknesses like
yeah.
from before?
Or
Because
has
if he
he?
has,
Yeah,
then you're looking at an entirely new Connor. You're looking at someone
Connor.
that's completely tougher to beat. You're
Yeah,
looking at someone that you can't just rely on his
he.
gas tank like going out. Like
Yeah,
you know what I mean. You
yeah,
can't just like rely on him like just tying himself out. You have
yeah.
to
Or
like
take
work
it down.
and you take.
Yeah,
Yeah, like Khabib did. You know, Khabib
yeah.
like that's why I think like Khabib will hands down win against Connor because like I feel like
Again,
Connor's
you think?
Arsenal.
Yeah.
Again, yeah, I reckon like Connor doesn't have anything in his arsenal to
Oh,
deal with
yeah,
someone like Khabib. Like,
yeah,
like not that I've seen, anyways. I
yeah.
don't
I
know. Like
think
maybe,
so.
you
Yeah,
know, like he hasn't displayed anything like that. I
yeah,
think that could counter like a wrestler like Khabib because Khabib is
yeah.
like on a different level. Like I remember you
Mm.
telling me, "Oh yeah, the world class wrestler," and I was like, "Yeah, but it
I
takes
love what
one
you're
punch."
saying.
Yeah,
Nah,
like one
like
punch.
no,
You know, like
could
but
be.
that never comes. You know, like
Yeah,
fighters that rely on like one punch to like
punches.
end
Yeah,
end of they're always like in a
need
losing
something
mode.
else.
Yeah, they need something
Yeah,
else. You know, like
that's the thing.
it, they
Is
they
this,
need to have a backup plan because
yeah,
what if like the one punch never comes? You know, what if the
then what
chance
happens
never
after
comes?
that? Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
that's
What's your
been.
plan B?
To be fair, I was the kind of hater for time. I ain't gonna lie to you. Back in the days, I thought he wasn't that great. I literally thought he's I thought Chad Mendes would beat him. I thought Odo beat him. I thought Eddie Alvarez beat him. I thought Nate Diaz beat him. But I ain't gonna lie to you. I
Well,
thought
they
all my
did
friends.
beat him.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
did beat him, but like
yeah.
once, but like not again.
The only time I thought he'll win was against Donald. That's very every single one. I was like,
Well,
you gonna
Cerrone.
lose? Yeah. I was like,
You're like, oh yeah,
he's losing.
Cerrone, yeah.
Yeah,
Cerrone. Oh yeah, everybody would think
yeah, yeah.
Cerrone. Like,
But apart from that, nah. But this is Connor. He gets his shine too much in it all the
yeah,
time.
like
That's me.
he knows how to market himself at the end of the day. Like
Yeah,
he's a genius in that aspect. You
yeah.
know, like
He's
if
just,
you
he's
heard
just,
about him talking about like Khabib, and it's like, oh, you know, because Khabib can't when you go over to Russia to fight Khabib. And like
he's
Dana
finished.
White was like, yeah, they did it in like a press conference, and Dana was like,
Yeah,
we're not Connor. Most of
he's
all,
not
is
doing
not
that.
going to Russia. Like,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
you know, like he's not
yeah,
allowed in Russia. Like,
yeah.
and I was like, yeah, you know, Russian
Yeah,
people love me. You know,
maybe.
they
Yeah,
drink the
that's,
whiskey. Like, so like, I
they
feel like,
threw a shoe at him the other day. The last time he went
but,
there, they threw a shoe at him. We went like on the world tour to Russia like a year ago, and they threw a shoe at him face. I had to get
that's
police to take
hilarious.
him out. Yeah, so yeah. I don't
Yeah,
think
he's
he's
not
loving
welcome in
Russia at
Russia.
all. Nah,
Yeah, no.
not one bit.
No.
Nah. He's lying, bro. Well, let's go to what's the co-main event actually of the UFC 249 actually. 249 isn't it?
Mm.
That's the one. What about Henry Cejudo
Oh,
versus
Cruz.
Dominic Cruz?
Oh,
What do you
yeah.
think? What do you think of that matchup first?
It's a classic like striker grappler matchup, isn't it?
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
I think like but Henry Cejudo though, he's a tough guy. Like he's tough,
yeah.
but I think that's actually quite interesting. Like obviously on
Mm.
the ground, your hands don't have to give it like to Cejudo. Like obviously,
Yeah,
because
because he
he's
knows
like you know,
he's a limp
but it's just the
wrestler.
fact of like if he can get him to the ground. Like, but then
Yeah,
again, he's taken more elite like level of like fighters to the ground. Like he's taken
yeah. Cruz though,
um
dang it, Cruz is
Cruz
the
Cruz
big
is
boy.
yeah,
He's
he's
a
a
big
big boy.
boy.
And,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
he's,
It depends. It depends. I'm just saying, like Henry has displayed
yeah.
being able to handle his own at this, you know,
Okay, yeah,
against strikers on Cruz's level, and like you know, like Cruz
yeah,
is exceptional, but like
yeah.
I don't know.
Is this
I would have if I was gonna put my money on either, though, I would actually put my money on probably Cejudo, like because
really?
I feel
I
like
don't
they might go
know.
the distance, and
Oh yeah,
being a champion, the judges
have favor you a lot. Yeah,
yeah, they favor
that's
you,
the
to
thing.
be honest.
That's the thing. I don't know, man. I feel like I want Cruz to win number one. I like Cruz, my guy. I
Yeah,
just like his
Cruz is
majestic
cool.
ways
He's a sick
and
guy.
everything. Yeah, and he's like, I know he lost the last. I think the last fight he fought, he lost against what's his face? I think it was Cody. That's the last fight he fought, I think. But like every other fight he's fought, he's been amazing. He lost only 2 fights in his career, and every single one he's been footwork great. I know he's old and fought for a while, but I feel like he may catch him with a couple punches or something like that. I thought that's the thing.
See, you're doing the thing that I did with Connor and Khabib.
Yeah.
You know, like all it takes is the one punch.
Like,
you know,
I want him to win. I think he's gonna tap. So the smart man would choose Cejudo because he's more fighting more. He's more. I think he come to his prime now. Well, then Cruz, he'd lost and been injured for a while, so no one knows. But I feel like he could dance around him because he's high volume fighter, isn't it? So it'd be a good chance that he could win by decision. I feel like, but I don't know. I want Cruz to win, but if I was a better man, I'd say go Cejudo.
Yeah,
but Cruz from.
I feel like Cejudo would definitely be going for like those takedowns, and like Cruz to be fair has done like he's shown that like he can defend takedowns really well. Like like takedowns aren't really like something he fully like has to watch out for. But like it depends on like how he gets back into this fight because like you say, he's been out for a long time.
Yeah.
And like you typically when people are out for a long time, they either come back in and one or two things happen. So they show their weakness and like they display it, or they show that they've actually learned and like
something different. That's the
show
thing.
Something else, different.
Yeah, that's the thing. Because he said
like I don't know. Like
he said ring rust is not. He said ring rust is not a thing. That's literally his words when he came back from that 4 years injury. He's trying to say, because he was injured for 4 years pretty much, and he came back, and he was literally like back to top shape as normal. That's why he's trying to say there's no ring rust. So that's why. That's what. So
okay.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah, I mean, that's the fighter mentality of it, isn't it? Like you gotta have that. Like you can't be going like, yeah, my hip kind of hurts. Like, like
actually,
like I feel like you're right though. Like Cruz is like he's very good. Like in terms of striking, but in a grappler versus like striking kind of like matchup, it just depends on like the strikers. Like just depends on like the strikers' gas tank at the end of the day. Like because during rounds 1 and 2, Dominic Cruz might dominate those rounds. During rounds 3, 4, that like Cejudo could possibly like overpower, like weather the storms of the first round. Especially, I think if I was going to say this, right, Dominic Cruz would definitely take the first round, like the first round or second round, like just because like he's like the high volumes that he strikes, like he's going to throw a lot of things at Cejudo. Then the first round would definitely be like Dominic Cruz. Second round, probably Dominic Cruz. But the third and fourth, I'm gonna say it's gonna be Henry Cejudo. Like from then on, like fifth, especially to go the distance, fifth especially, gonna be Cejudo's. Like,
I don't know, because they used to call him. They used to call Cruz like the what's the word, decision king. Because all he fights, he won a decision pretty much. Yeah. So he's gone through the whole 5 rounds. So. I don't know. I feel like
he's got fair enough in that sense. But I don't know.
I'll go for Cruz. I go for Cruz. I think Cruz is 50-45. That's my prediction.
Is that your prediction?
Yeah. Decision 50,
all rounds. 45. He's gonna win all rounds.
All rounds. Yeah. All rounds. I don't know.
That's a lot of faith. Fair enough.
That's a bold one, isn't it? What do you think? What's your prediction?
Like, do you think he's gonna get fired tonight, Bernard? Like, you think it's gonna be that much of explosive? Like,
to be fair, if 50-45, that is fight tonight, but it's worthy to be fair. But because the card's so stacked, I don't know if he'll get it because you got the Ferguson fight, you got the Francis Ngannou fight, then you got the Cerrone. So
the Ngannou, how do you pronounce his name again?
He's like Jared Rosenstrike.
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 Yeah, you can't forget the Rosenstrike. That's this guy. Like after, like I'm a Ngannou fan, not gonna lie.
Yeah.
But after seeing like Rosenstrike and his power, it's ridiculous. It's
when you saw what he did.
Power, it's got it like literally just took off like everyone's jaw. Like
that was scary.
That was scary, man. Like it didn't look like he threw that much power into it as well. I think that was just like a normal day for him. Yeah, like that. That was just like a normal punch for him.
And he's losing that fight as well. That's the thing. Apparently, he was losing the fight throughout the whole fight, and then just at the end, he literally gave me a punch, and then it literally mashed up his teeth, his mouth. That's the thing. But what do you think for this fight? I feel like Francis got this one. I would have said him with the other guy, but the fact that he was losing the whole fight until that point, and Francis basically annihilated Overeem, that's why I feel like he'll have a better hangover over Rosenstrike.
Yeah,
that's what he said.
I'm with you. To be fair, I'm with.
Yeah.
I feel like Francis has definitely got this. Like, it's just that, like, with Rosenstrike, he has got the power. Not gonna lie, the power is something that I think Francis needs to watch out for. Like, but then again, it's the same with that weight class. You know, like with everyone's kind of got like the power. You know, everyone's got like a puncher's chance to like actually just like like knock them out. But like Ngannou has just got more skills, I think, striking. Like striking wise, it just seems more like technical. His actual, like, what's it called? The way he moves. You know, the way he moves.
It's more fluid, you can say.
Yeah, it's more fluid. Yeah, basically. And like Rosenstrike, he's got the power behind him, but not necessarily not yet the technique. He's still not like there yet. You know, in terms of like the other strikers and that, like someone like Overeem is like very technical. He's got the punches, he's got the strikes, and that's why he was winning that entire fight. He was because he had more tools. Yeah, he's got the tools to actually like take on someone like thingy, and like. But obviously, you know, raw power has that chance to just like take off
take you on, literally. Well, is he quite new to MMA then? I don't know. I never literally heard of him until that fight. I'm not sure if he's new. Yeah, I'm not sure if he's new to MMA or.
I think he's not. I think he's like been in for a couple of years, so he's got like I think. But then again, in MMA, you'd only have like maybe 2 fights a year. Like, you know, like when I say it's not. It's I guess new in terms of like he's not had that many fights. Much of a record. Yeah.
I guess he's not seasoned much.
Yeah, that's why he's not a technical at the moment. It makes sense. Like, like that's why I think someone like Francis Ngannou, even though they both like have power, and I slightly think Rosenstrike's got the power advantage. Not gonna lie. Like, I think Rosenstrike has got the power.
Why you feel? Because I'm thinking.
No, man. Like, have you seen the way he punches, man? This guy is like a different. He's a monster.
After Francis gave an uppercut.
Yeah.
He went to hell back to England.
Yeah. His soul, he's like came out.
Yeah,
like
it left him.
I don't know, man. Like, I feel like Rosenstrike, though, he's the way he punches. Like, this is a guy punching without the proper technique, like without like this is just like him. Because the way he punches is quite sloppy. I like out of all the fighters I've seen, like he does punch quite sloppily, like, or just maybe he loses form in like the heat of the fight or something. But like the way he fights, if he has a couple more fights in him, like imagine being able to control that power and then like harness it the way Francis Ngannou does now. I feel like Francis Ngannou has the power, but he has the technique to direct his power. To get the most out of his power. But if you have someone like Rosenstrike and give him the skill set of like Ngannou, you're looking at a different different kind of power. It's so much. It's so much.
Yeah, I get what you mean. I don't know I'm not sure if he will get to that level though, because I feel like he's quite old now. I feel like he's in his. I haven't checked his age, but he seems like he's in his 30s. So I feel like he's So I'm not sure how much time left he's got to like fine tune. You see what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah,
so
that's true.
Yeah, he might be like. It's like because like the heavyweight division is so when it be. You could be in the mix, but whether you get to the top, that's the thing. Is that's the thing. They're seeing this fight as what's it called? As a title contender for whoever wins this will fight either. I think Stipe is meant to fight Daniel Cormier again, but the winner of that should fight Francis or Rosenstrike. That's the thing. So
but the winner of Stipe and Cormier will fight Francis or Rosenstrike.
Yes, but the winner of Francis and Rosenstrike, I think, will be next in line for the title. So whatever happens between Stipe or Cormier, if they fight,
that'd be cool.
Something.
That'd be cool. That'd be a good fight. I think Stipe and DC would be a good fight. I think. That'd be great. Like, it'll be good
Yeah.
because DC is thinking of retiring, isn't he? Like,
Yeah, he's waiting for this fight. That's the last fight,
yeah,
I think. Yeah.
yeah. So
You
this would
want-
be. He can put on a good show. He can really, he can close a chapter here. You know, like
Yeah.
if he wins,
If he wins,
but
yeah.
that's the nature about the fight game.
Yeah.
You know, like if he could also take an L and like.
Yeah.
To
You
be
don't
fair,
always.
it wouldn't be bad of his record. He has like a really good record, like
Yeah.
DC. Yeah.
He's solidified already, I feel like, isn't he?
Yeah, I think
He's already
he wins. Yeah,
solidified.
so yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So win or lose this fight, it will be a good fight for him. To be fair.
Yeah. I think this fight is just literally just for his own personal accolade. I think he just wants to revenge this loss. I think that's what he wants most than anything. That's the. I think no one.
I think if he really wants to like go on a like revengeance thing before he ends his career, he needs to start. You're laughing because do you know where I'm gonna go with that? I think the whole thing with him and John Jones needs to be like
There's no.
needs to be settled, man. Like you know, like I feel like John Jones even needs to come up to have like I think like it is a stain on his like if I was gonna nitpick at anything, like, it would be that,
yeah.
you know, like
It'd be that
but like
part.
he could happily retire after Stipe, you know, like
Yeah.
John Jones would be someone that would always have been under his skin, you know, like
on his skin,
yeah.
Yeah,
but I think if he did do a rematch and won, then wow, he would have he would have like had a clean record, like clean, completely untarnished.
But that's the thing.
Yeah, but it's very rare to get that.
I think the John Jones thing is more. I think he accepted it. I don't think it's that one pushing too much, going on 205. It just causes him. I don't think you can walk out the sunset happy if you lose to John Jones again. Where if he loses to Stipe again, I think he can accept it because the circumstances. He beat him before. One. Yeah, it's more acceptable. If you lose to John Jones again, then you're a mess. You won't take it well. You spiral.
But you're right though. He's not gonna take it well. He's if he loses to John Jones after doing all this, like, you know, going on the whole, like, I'm cleaning up my record, like singing, like, and then loses, then like, it would be great for him. Like, but it's interesting. Like, what do you think about John Jones' last fight? Like, did you see his last fight?
The Reyes one. The Reyes, I think he lost it towards me. I thought he lost it 3-2. I was happy because he won because I'm a John Jones fan, but I just think he lost it. Yeah,
it was interesting. Like, like it looked like he was getting beaten up. Like,
the whole round, like 3 rounds at least. I even speak to one of my friends as well. It was like even the 4th round was dicey. Like he was winning first and he lost towards the end. But I feel like he's either gonna lose soon. I never really count against him, but I feel like this is slowly catching up to him. All the antics as well, and also, you know, do you see how he got arrested again? I think like a month ago now or something.
Again, that flew under my radar. No.
He got like a month ago for basically he got the police had a gunshot in an area in New Mexico, so they went to see it. And he saw him in his car, and just in like on the side, like parked up on the road or something. And they was like saying, "Are you been drinking?" He was like, "Yeah." He used to step out of the car, get a breathalyzer test. He failed that. There was a bottle in it. It worse than that. He had a bottle of you know the tequila that Masvidal owns. He had a bottle of that in his car, and they found an open carry gun in his car as well. So.
Oh my god! What is John doing, man?
Like, he may be falling down, but.
Like, like I don't understand though. Like, where did it go wrong? Like, do you think it's his corner? Do you think it's like, what do you think? Like, because how can someone who's doing so great in his career also be so self-destructive? Like, you see this in like good fighters, like,
all the time.
Like, but even then, you could put it down to a case of like probably like management, or probably to a case of like. But with this, it doesn't seem like. I don't really know. Like, you can't really say it's his corner, can you? Like, or do you?
I think it's him. I think it's him. I feel like it's. I kind of see it as like the Mike Tyson effect. It's kind of like he's so good, but with being so good comes with so much things you can do. Like for instance, the more money, the more opportunity to go party in clubs and stuff like that. So it's like, especially like when you were the champion so young, and you got so many devices with them as well, like so many vices, you could easily spiral around to the wrong way, go to the wrong party too much. But apparently, this is just how he is. Like in general, even in training camp, he never comes to train, and he just comes in, fights, and goes. So I think
Oh my god.
his craziness helps him fight as well. But the crazy he brings it to the ring, I guess. So it's kind of
Does
like in him. They say like all the spin around kicks and the elbows and whatnot.
he?
So I guess they say like it's part of his creativity in it. Like you know how
Yeah.
yeah.
Like I feel like what do you reckon what do you reckon would happen if like someone in his corner just like said, John, you need to step your shit up, man. Like, you need to like,
Yeah.
get here on time. You need to start like, do you reckon he'll lose? Do you reckon he'll get angry? Do you reckon he'll fire the person, or like,
I think
I don't know.
I think that person gets out of a job. I think it says that. I think it says so wrong to him, John. If you're not working,
Yeah, because it's hard to know
yeah,
what type of guy he is, because like during
yeah,
press conferences and stuff, he's quite
yeah,
normal. He's a normal looking
yeah,
guy, but like during but then you hear all this stuff about his personal life, and it's like
yeah,
it doesn't show up. It doesn't relate.
yeah.
Like
It's true. Yeah,
it's so weird to see, because like at least with like certain people, like you hear stuff going on in their personal life. Like Nate Diaz.
yeah.
He is the same person in a conference as the same
As
person he
in
is in like
outside.
real life.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like
yeah,
he doesn't change.
yeah.
From outside to the octagon, he's the same person,
He
and all
knows.
his
Yeah,
stories is consistent. With someone like
yeah,
John Jones, it's quite hard to tell who you're talking to. Like, you talking to a
yeah.
Christian John Jones? Are you talking to
So that the
yeah,
truth
like which
of the
John
party
Jones
animal.
the
Mm.
party animal? Like which John Jones are you fighting, especially? Like,
Yeah.
if that was the case, that probably would explain his current the way he performed in his last fight.
Okay. What do you
Because
mean?
if you looked at someone like when he had the Gobson rematch, for
Yeah.
example, he had a win streak to the point where he first forced Gustafsson, and he came in.
Yeah.
He was completely demolished, and he felt
Yeah.
like, okay, I need to step up my game. Took things very seriously for like,
Yeah.
maybe like the whole of the fight camp, like what, a
Yeah.
month, 2 months, and
Yeah.
came back in a completely different fight.
But yeah.
Like, but now when he comes in, and it's like, I feel like he's going back to that stage again
Oh,
where he's like, there's
he's
not
not
going
really
to be another
cared.
Gustafsson. There's no one
Yeah.
out
I feel
there
that's the case. Yeah.
to stop. And it's like, now he's getting more and more sloppy, so his fights are
Yeah.
getting more and more closer.
Yeah.
And
That's
it's
the
like,
thing.
how often can he rely on the judges to play the whole like champion,
Or to
like
save him. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. That's why I feel like he's gonna lose soon. I feel like it's gonna happen if he hasn't got someone someone who he thinks is a worthy opponent as well. He's gonna lose soon as well. And because everyone else is getting better, even if he thinks he's indestructible, I feel like someone's gonna catch him one of these days. That's the
definitely.
thing.
The
I feel like he
question is
knows
though,
it.
do you think it'd be worthy of a rematch of that person if he does lose? Like, or do you think
But
it'd be
yeah,
safer? It'll be safer. I think, like, from a business standpoint, do you think for Dana it'll be safer to, like, have John not be the champion anymore? Like, you know what I mean? Huh?
John, John brings the money in.
Yeah, yeah,
Even
he does. He
even if
does.
he all this all this trouble he gets into him, I think it still increases his fandom.
It
People
puts him
still
into the
like him.
headlines. Yeah.
Yeah, so maybe like the normal like everyday non-fighter community won't like him because he get too much trouble and stuff. But the fighters will like him because it's like all this stuff, but can he still fight? Can he still do his job? Because there's
Mm.
nothing we have not been proven that he can't fight yet. Although it's close calls, actual not fighting, that's a bit of a different thing. I don't think it happened to him just yet. So I
Mm.
feel like I feel like it helps him. Either way, I think it helps him a lot.
We think all this controversy, like, it does help him in a way,
Yeah,
in the sense that it keeps him relevant, like he's in the
yeah,
headlines, like he's always
yeah,
in MMA Weekly.
yeah. Yeah, true.
But I don't think I don't think it would help him like afterwards. So like, because if
Mentally,
you think
nah.
like long term,
Ah,
after the UFC, let's say he
yeah,
retires and stuff,
yeah,
unless on his retirement he has like a good streak, like
yeah,
Cormier, he
yeah,
seems to be going out on a good note at the moment,
yeah,
especially if he wins the next match.
yeah,
Unless he has something like that kind of moment at the end, if he retires in a bad, let's say he loses the belt and then loses the rematch, like what kind of career has he left behind? At the end of the day, like it's not going to be a good one. You might like him for now, but like as soon as he loses that belt, he's just going to become like an old news. Like someone that the UFC is going to forget.
Forget about. I feel like
he's achieved a lot. He's achieved a lot. He's one of the greatest of all time.
Yeah,
yeah.
That's the thing. He was definitely. I thought if he loses the belt and loses the rematch and retires, it's fine. But if he loses the belt, loses again, and then keeps losing, then that's when his legs will be tarnished. That's the thing.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
It's hard to watch fighters go through that,
Dad,
like
you have the worst career ever.
I am a big fan of John Jones, but I just feel like some of the stuff he does, it's hard to be a fan of him. Legit.
Okay.
Like, I feel like if you're a fan of John Jones, so you have to be a fan of his controversies as well. Like it's just it goes hand in hand, Like,
I get what you mean.
But I would have loved John Jones to be controversial free. That would be my ideal John Jones. I love him.
No problem. Your PS2 John Jones, see John. But it's true though. Like it's for all the bad. That's the thing. For all the bad stuff he's done. To be fair, it's just. To be fair, the hitman was bad. The drinker driver was bad. But the other stuff is all sports related. I guess for all the controversial stuff he got done, he can fight. And if you're going just for pure fighting, then that's people love him. But
at the end of the day, that's the name of the game. Like if you can back up the talk, like it's like all these trash talkers in UFC, like which is why Conor grew so much attention because like he was trash talking, but he was actually able to back up his talk.
His fighting stuff,
that was just the main thing. If you can back up your talk in the octagon, you can do what you want. You've got like free reign. Like basically, like who's gonna stop you? Like it's not gonna fight you for it. Like
just say you're sorry, I didn't mean to do it, and never do it again, and then you start all over again, mate.
Yeah, exactly. Like it's,
but so everyone knows we all John Jones fans, so don't come on berate us, innit? but I guess before we got cut off by Zoom rudely, yes, we'll do a little we can round it off quickly. I think
the Zoom offer hasn't gone through yet. The contract.
Nah,
no,
we're still on Zoom free. We're doing basic for now. So I'll get a Patreon to make everyone to pay for our Zoom. And before we round this up, I guess we could do what's the last one. We didn't give ended up giving our prediction for the Anthony Cerrone one, did we? So before I think that's the head of the main. That's the main for the prelims, I think. So before we go,
what was it again? Pettis Cerrone,
welterweight as well. Welterweight, just if that helps.
Yeah, it kind of helps, but I think I got my money on Pettis, man.
Pettis,
Pettis is he's good. Like I said, Cerrone is desperate for a win. I put my money on Pettis, like. But then again, this is the thing with fighters and MMA. Like anything can happen. Like the desperation from Cerrone can make him dig in deep, make him last a minute in the first round. More than a minute in the first round. Maybe even for 2 minutes this time. Really digging deep. That's the thing. It's quite hard to say, but I will put my money on Pettis.
Pettis,
yeah.
I reckon same. I reckon Pettis. I think Pettis. To be honest with you, I think both of them are more in the twilight of their careers. I think they're both past their prime. But Pettis, the fights he's in, he at least he looks most of his time competitive, and especially after what Donald said to Brett in that interview as well. So I reckon that his headspace is not in the right place. So I don't think he's prepared. If he was prepared, I reckon Donald will beat him. But I don't think he's prepared at all. So I feel like it may be another L
I
for
think
him. But
I think what would really help is if Donald can really decide if he wants this or
oh yeah,
if he doesn't want to do it. Like you said, like the Bettis and Donald have both had like really long careers. Like
yeah, yeah,
and it's like, but the way they fight currently, they're wildly they're different. Like
yeah,
Donald Cerrone seems to be more like he's getting like more flat-footed. Like
yeah,
the younger he's not like the younger Cerrone like in the fights of
yeah,
all his fights just gone out of my head now. Like, but he was
yeah,
more
yeah,
active. But he was more like moving around. Like now
yeah,
he's
more,
becoming more flat-footed, being
yeah,
still, becoming basically a punch bag in there, and
basically
it's hard
from
to
yeah,
watch.
yeah,
Yeah, it's hard to watch. That's why like, I wasn't calling for his retirement out. Like
yeah,
I don't like Cerrone.
yeah,
I just feel like
yeah. First
if
John
your heart
Jones,
and
now
soul isn't
Cerrone.
in it, yeah.
You should retire. Give me another
Yeah,
name.
it's like a retirement list.
Yeah, no.
but like if your heart and soul isn't in there and
Yeah.
you're walking into the octagon, what else have you got? Like
Oh,
so
yeah,
only
true.
that's the main thing you need. You need
Yeah,
heart to be able to take a punch
yeah,
full on. You need heart and
yeah.
you need heart to give it out.
Yeah,
Like
true.
you need
Yeah.
it. Like
It's yeah. I feel you.
it's
I'm
more
the
the
same.
question is more like when. Like I guess
When
like
you
what
would,
round. Yeah.
yeah. When actually, yeah, yeah. I think Pettis will win it. I feel like it would be. It's a 3-round fight as well. So I
Mm.
reckon it will be. I could be second round TKO. Because if it goes the whole 3 rounds, by third round, I think Donald will win it by decision. Because I feel like Donald got a
You
better
think?
gas tank. I don't think he's better right
Yeah.
now, but if it goes to that long length, that's when he's going to get his powers to, really I can do it. But I reckon it'd be a Pettis second round knockout or TKO. I feel like, and
Mm.
it'd be hopefully we'll see him again in another day. Hopefully, yeah,
Yeah.
right.
If Donald Cerrone does lose this match again, like what would you think? Like, do you think it's just like it's all right, or like especially after
I
hearing
think
all the stuff he's been saying, like you know,
I think I think he should have at least one more fight. I think because he's been there for so long, how long he's done it for. Even if he wants to lose, give him like a send out fight where he's like a fight at the UFC fight night versus someone who's not that known. So it'd be like a nice little celebration for him, yeah. Because
yeah, like easy
he's
win.
so yeah. It's not easy, but yeah, a possible win.
Yeah,
That's
possible,
like a
more
possible
possible.
win, yeah.
Yeah.
Because
Oh,
he's been there
yeah.
for so long that he should at least go out on the main event, I guess. And because he's still a big
Mm.
name, give him a main event, let him go out on the main event, and then he can just. So, but I think he'll fight 3 more fights, and then he'll lose. Then he'll
Mm.
retire. I mean, that's what I reckon. But
I'd love to see him go on a win
yeah,
streak. Like, I'd love to see
you
him go on a
reckon?
win streak. And if I was him, I'd cut my win streak after maybe a 2-fight win streak, 3-fight win streak. Just to cut your losses, isn't it? Like, yeah, and just
Yeah, no,
retire from there.
yeah.
Like,
That's
because
the thing.
like with Pettis, like, he's still just as active, as
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
he's very busy. And like
Mm.
with this match, it's like it depends on Pettis's output in terms of
Yeah.
the opening rounds, because
Yeah.
that's the defining factor with Serenity. It seems
Yeah.
the
True.
opening rounds,
Yeah.
like it depends on his output, and that's something I can easily see Pettis taking advantage of. That's
Not too
something
much
I
got.
can
Yeah.
easily just see him like diminishing that. But
Yeah.
I'm just
It's
more
just,
worried for Donald, man. I
yeah.
don't want to.
It's safety
I
wise.
hate
Yeah.
seeing. Yeah, I just hate
Yeah.
seeing a guy lose. Someone who's
Yeah.
been held in such high regard go through such
Yeah.
a
I
streak
think.
like this.
Yeah. That's the thing.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it's just
I feel like you would.
the way he's been stopped as well. That's the thing. Like
Yeah.
it's hard to watch.
It's
Yeah.
a tough watch.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's tough. I feel like
I can.
it might be one of those things where he'll just continue fighting no matter what. Like
Yeah.
he
It
might
might
be
be.
that guy. He just
Mm.
like continues fighting, and like it might be like a T to a T thing where Dana has to literally just be like, no, like stop
Yeah.
fighting.
Like a Chuck.
Like
Yeah. I
yeah.
think Chuck Liddell. You mean? Yeah. When Chuck
Mm.
was like yeah,
Oh,
he would
Chuck
like
Liddell.
fight
So
him.
yeah,
Yeah.
no,
He don't get knocked
yeah,
out. Yeah. But I think
yeah.
hopefully I think Donald's a bit more smart, he's more aware of his surroundings, that you hope that we get to that
Mm.
point. But I reckon 2 fights, lose this one, I reckon. And then maybe win another one, and then do like a goodbye fight, and then from there you can call it quits, and then see him again after 5 years.
If he goes on a two lose streak, like two fight lose streak, after, let's say he loses this one and loses this next one as well.
Yeah.
Like, would you think that's still one more fight after that, or like?
Nah. If I was Dana White, if he loses this one, I'll get him a nice easy fight for a main event. So that way, if he loses that one, then he at least had his shine. So I'll put him in the top. At least had his shine. People have seen him, and then he can go. So if he loses this one, there's getting fight nights, main event. So that way, eventually when he gives up, he's given up in the right position, I guess. It's a good
idea. It's a good idea. Like he has given a lot to the company, and like for just the amount of years he's been there, like, and fights he's had. Like it would make sense. And he does he has a draw alone to be a guy who pulls in enough audience. If he was just the main card and some unknown guy, he would have enough draw to do that. Like definitely. With a name like Cowboy, like definitely, like
he pulls weight.
It's a fight which should be in America as well, I imagine.
Should be hometown. I think it's from hometown. Do that, and then from there, call it out.
They'll be swimming in the money afterwards. So.
Hopefully stops his flying out. You got to parachuting out of skies, out of
get enough money to actually build the fight island,
and then go from there. But this the UFC 249 looking good, looking like a strong card.
Very stacked.
Yeah, I might actually buy this one and see how it is. I actually watch it live once.
It's fine. Yeah. What else? Like, what else? Where else are you gonna watch it? Like, especially if we're still inside, during the time.
Like, so quarantining, so nothing.
Yeah, there's nothing really. I probably would watch it live as well. Like, it would be cool. Like, to see.
Yeah, true. Like, and they're trying to do 3 fights in 8 days apparently as well. That's what they're saying. Yeah, it's a bit of a.
I just think if this card goes through, the second card has less of a chance. I feel like the longer, the more time it goes, the fights have more chances of being cancelled.
Okay.
Just the way things are going, like at the moment.
Okay.
I don't know why. Like, I feel like especially if it's held in some states in America are still going on.
I think Jacksonville.
That's how they're getting it. That's how they're getting around it.
Yeah.
States in America that's still open. But unless they want to keep going back to those states, it will be very hard to keep going back.
Yeah.
But I guess if they do want to stick to the states, it'll make sense. Like, it'll be very hard to stop scheduling.
I think eventually they're gonna have to. I guess that's why they're building the whole fight island, isn't it? They're trying to build that to make it.
I think that's the only way forward. I think that should have been the start it should have been there from the beginning. Like, fly these fighters in, into a fight island. This is genius. Like it's like the Ultimate Fighter basically, but on an island. That's like genius stuff.
Probably a lot of cash lost though. But I know what you mean. It's a genius move.
It's good, especially during the summer. Like UFC SummerSlam. Well, not SummerSlam. That's like wrestling. Like UFC Summer. Like it'll be good to watch.
Yeah. It'd be great, but obviously Dana will sort out somehow, and we'll see.
Yeah,
we'll see what he does if he makes it through.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I think
it would be cool to do. Yeah, but what are you saying?
Yeah, I'm gonna round it up. So then can't give him too much. You gotta come next week, innit? For the next one as well. But hopefully for the next time we see us. You probably watched UFC 249 already as well. You probably see if Donald's still fighting or not by then. Or if he's still.
I was gonna ask you something. What did you think about the Yoel Romero Adesanya fight?
That was sad. I was sad for Yoel because I thought Yoel's my guy and I thought he'll win. I thought he'll win everything, but the way he lost, it was upsetting. That's the thing. I knew he was gonna lose. Like
Because it was just the
Yeah,
fact that it was a high point of his career. Like he
yeah.
should have tried done something. But
Try something better, innit?
yeah,
But
they just didn't do.
he didn't prevail. I think he got.
No.
I think he got carried away. I think he got too. Too. What's the word? Too gassed over his power. That's all he wanted to use is power and nothing else. No rest in power. But yeah, that's a bad one. I think we spoke about it the other day, didn't we? I was on the locker room.
Oh yeah, we did. Yeah,
we did. Yeah. So if anything, you guys
it was
check that
out already. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
it
yeah,
was,
that's nuts. But yeah, man. UFC 247 should be a good one as well. I don't have to end.
I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah, I just say
I know.
people. I guess this end it next time. There's 4-ounce gloves.
You should get like an ending slogan and a beginning slogan or something like.
True.
You know, like you should comment, guys, what you want this beginning slogan and ending slogan to be.
Come on, guys. So at least we know something.
Yeah,
give
top comment.
As well.
Top comment. He has to say it regardless of what the top comment is. Like,
I have to. Maybe. Let's make it too carried away. Yeah,
that'll be hilarious, man.
Yeah. But yeah, hopefully you can see us soon. Maybe I get like a separate edit, and I'll put it in this part so we don't even see this part. It's like and go straight into it. Right? But we'll catch you. Follow the Instagram. The Instagram stuff will be below as well. We get Dixon's Instagram on the below. Get mine. If you're hearing this right now, probably haven't made an Instagram just yet. That's why I can't give you the name. But soon we'll make it. But until next time, guys. Peace and love. Jah Rastafari.